What's up, guys, and welcome back to San Diego, where apparently we're not going to have a quarterback for a couple weeks. Yeah, unfortunately, we ended up getting Lennon injured last week with a broken collarbone. He's going to be out for 6 more weeks. And of course, Forbes, who has been out for the last couple of weeks as well with a broken collarbone, is still going to be gone for another 2 weeks. Thankfully, we will end up getting him back for Kansas City. It's going to be a really important game, but for the next 2 weeks, we're going to have to really rely on the running game and rely on Dominique Robinson, our 30 overall quarterback. But quite the opposite of us, we're going to be playing the New York Giants, which have a really good quarterback, because we're going to be facing the number 1 overall pick from 2 seasons ago, Rick Boyce, who was the one who ended up getting selected right before we ended up picking Forbes. I remember checking on him in the offseason. I saw that he was an X-Factor superstar, so again, he is going to be pretty good. But again, he's only a couple years in the league, and I think that if we end up applying some good pressure, I think we can kind of rattle him a little bit. I mean, this is a very young offense, so again, if we're able to kind of get in there, I think that maybe we can pressure him enough to be able to make some really bad decisions. All we gotta do is make sure that we get 2 sacks on defense and make sure that we beat them, and I think that's going to be extremely doable this week too. And not just that, but we do get a +5 to finesse and power moves, which is going to be a big help too. But like I said, this is a pretty young offense led by second-year player Rick Boyce out of UCF. Got 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions right now with 1,100 yards. He has been sacked 16 times already, so I think we can get some really good pressure, and I think we can really accomplish the goal that we have this week. Other than that, they do have Saquon Barkley, who is definitely one of their elder players here. It's his 7th year in the league. He does have 3 touchdowns already this season with almost 600 yards. Definitely having a pretty good season so far. Their receiver room is led by 3rd-year player Jalen Hyatt, along with Wan'Dale Robinson and Rashid Shaheed. And then, of course, they do have Darren Waller, probably the oldest player that they have on this team, at least on offense. But again, 4 guys that we're really going to have to worry about if they end up airing the ball out, which I would assume that they're going to end up doing. But if we're going to really lean on the rushing game, maybe we're going to take the ball out of their hands. Now, their defense is definitely going to be a problem because we did have to trade them Quentin Williams to get a better draft pick in this offseason, and he's got 10 TFLs and 2.5 sacks for them already. They have a lot of other guys that end up getting in the backfield as well, so if we are going to lean on the rushing attack like we definitely think that we're going to, we're going to have to kind of keep it away from these guys or make sure that we stick on our assignments and actually block who we need to block. Now, in terms of them actually getting into the quarterback, they do it quite a bit too. Like I said, Quentin Williams does have 2.5 sacks. Everyone else only has 1, and then of course that half sack from Isaiah Rodgers. But again, I don't really expect us to be throwing too much. If we do, it's going to be extremely short or like a screen pass, so I don't think we're really going to have to worry about getting intercepted as well. But even if that is the case, I still think that we're going to have to really run to the outside. I think that's going to be our best plan here. And defensively, it does say to contain the QB scramble, and we did see in the stats that Boyce does kind of get out for some scrambles sometimes, so honestly, I think we're going to end up doing that, and then if we have to adjust at halftime, defend the deep pass or the medium pass, we'll end up doing that too. So it's going to be a really interesting one. I mean, completely ignore the overalls and everything. We're playing without a quarterback. So again, we're going to have to really heavily lean on the rushing attack, and we're going to have to make sure that our defense really clamps down and prevents them from scoring as much as possible. So let's go out here. We're heading into New York, and let's hope that we can come away with a dub. But hey, if we're going to play a game where we're going to be leaning on our rushing attack, it's going to be a game where it's raining. So I'm actually kind of happy about that. But let's see if our defense can go out there and kind of hold them here. But I'll be honest, I've actually been looking forward to this game because, again, oh my gosh, Boyce was in the same class as Forbes. Nice gain there for 18. And I've been wanting to see what we ended up passing on. And man, he is, despite the fact that maybe their record isn't great stop right there for only 1 yard. Still looks like he's a really good player though. Maybe in a different system he'd be doing better, but oh, come on, get him down. Really great tackle right there, and he ends up getting stopped for loss of 2. That was actually a really good tackle. I thought that he was going to end up breaking that, but thankfully not. They're faced with the 3rd and 11. Oh, but we couldn't play good enough coverage. Goes from one good play to a bad one. He ends up picking up, what is that, like 12? And probably a little more than that. Either way, they're just past midfield now. We need to find a way to end up stopping them because, again, I don't know how effective our offense is going to be. Great stop right there, and I'm surprised he held on to that. And he is already in the zone. That is bad for us. Let's try to get in here and stop. Come on, play action. Get to him. Oh, no. Get in there. What a pick. That was a really terrible throw by him. I should have went down. But that's all right. We'll take it out to the 12. We're going to be leaning on the run, so let's make sure we do that. Great interception, though. And when I said earlier we need a really good performance by our defense, that's the kind of stuff we needed right there. I love that. Let's see if we can get out there for a good gain. Great pickup by Mayberry. Ends up picking up 9, but Garrett Bowles goes down, and That's not great for our line, especially if we're going to be leaning on the run, but it looks like he's going to be coming back pretty soon. But we just need to make sure that we can pick up a first down right here. So let's go to Sweat, especially if we're going to be leaning on the run today. I feel like we're going to need to get both of them worked in here. So it looks like Mayberry is going to have a little bit of open field on the left here. So as long as we can get that block, which we do, we end up picking up a good chunk there, and he gets another 9. And look, if 9 is going to be Mayberry's magic number, I'm not going to be upset. He's going to make sure to get plenty of first downs. Oh, that is a very overcrowded hole. Pause. And we end up picking up the first down. They already know that we're running, so I'm surprised that they're not just going for an all-out run block. But let's go. Let's make sure we run up the middle here. There we go. Some pretty good blocks again. Mayberry ends up picking up 6. Maybe not his average, but still pretty damn good. Let's see if we can fake him out here with a draw. I think we can. You bet. Great play there. Mayberry ends up picking up a bunch, and we're up to another first down just past midfield. And honestly, guys, depending on how far we go in the playoffs this season, if we get there, I'm actually thinking about trading away all of our players that we have not drafted, in which case this offseason would actually become even more important. Good gain of 2 right there, though. Let's go. One more run to the outside. May as well pick that up with Mayberry. Really great play right there. We almost had to delay a game, but we still ended up picking it up. But I'm only thinking about trading him away just because I feel like that's going to be the last season before the college game comes out, and I'm really going to focus on that. So I want to have as much fun and chaos as possible. Dang, we end up getting stopped for a loss of 6 on that one. That's going to push it to the end of the first quarter. And because of our lack of quarterback, we knew this was going to be a boring game, but we have 0-0 here at the end of the first quarter, but we are within field goal range at least. So what do you guys think? 2nd and 16, we go for the play action? No, just kidding. We're just going to go for a run. Can't quite get to the outside. Maybe we should have actually gone for that. Now we got 3rd and 14. If that is going to be the case, let's go for the screen here. Why not? It's going to be our best play, I think. Good play. Can we get the first? Bring it back? No. I thought maybe we would end up picking up the block there if that was the case, but no. And I think we're going to have to settle for a field goal. However, this is going to be a pretty long one for him. I hope he can hit this. It's going to be difficult, but I think we might have it. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like we ended up hitting it. Just barely, though. Now, he actually had a little more distance than I thought. Maybe he can hit it from like 51, but that's about his max. Either way, though, we end up scoring first, and that's a good thing. Let's just make sure that our defense can go out there, kind of do the same thing they did last time. Let's go out there and stop them again. They have not seen the field in, like, about a full quarter, so... Oh, good pass right there, and he ends up connecting. And that's tough when they end up connecting on those. Oh, I was hoping he would come back and get it, but that was just out of his range, and that is going to be 2nd and 10. So I think it's time we send a little bit of pressure here. Let's see if we can get into Boyce, and let's see if we can sack him right here. That's not going to be the case. Did he catch that for real? Lawrence, why didn't you turn around? It hit you in the back, it looked like. And I don't know who this Bellinger guy is, but man, he's got plenty of receptions today. He has a lot of their offense. So maybe we need to find a way to end up stopping him. Uh-oh, that's a really good run by them. There we go. Nice tackle there, even though it looks like he kind of just slipped on the ground, and that's going to be 1st and 10 at the 38 now. And that's not good because we cannot let them get into the end zone. I do not want to lose our little tiny lead that we have right now. Oh, come on. Can't get the tackle. Can't even tackle him there. Man, he is a tank. And that is, what, his 6th reception of the day? I think he does have every reception for Boyce. Is he the safety blanket? Either way, though, let's end up stopping this run. Yeah, we're not going to do that, and they end up going up here with a run with Saquon Barkley. So let's hope Mayberry can keep up his trend of picking up pretty much 9 on every run that he goes with. Holy shit, he actually did. Not that I'm necessarily surprised he picked up the yards, it's just kind of, I don't know, kind of crazy. Either way, let's go with the fullback run right here. We just want to be able to pick up a first down, and we do. Let's keep it going. Again, our game plan here is really just to make sure that we end the half with the ball. That way we can have another chance at the beginning of the next half. We do have 3 timeouts, so I feel pretty confident about it. So let's make sure that we go with a run here. Nice little cut up there. I thought he was going to get stopped, and he picks up another 9. So let's just make it up the midfield right here. We're going to do this with Sweat, too. He's going to cut it right up the middle. We end up getting up to the 45. Good rush there. But now that we've passed the 2-minute warning, we need to be a little quicker now and a little smarter. Either way, really good block right there. That might be all that we need. I think Mayberry's gone. Can he dive into the end zone? He does. And we pick up our first touchdown of the game, and we go up by 3. Granted, yes, they're going to have a little bit of time here at the end of this half, but honestly, we wasted a good amount of time, and I think our defense can hold them. Either way, Mayberry breaks out, and again, we knew we were going to rely on him this entire game, and he really showed out for us. Good run. But because of the good return, they ended up getting it up to almost midfield, and now we just got to try to keep them out of field goal range, although it's going to be a little difficult. Really good stop right there, and we keep them in bounds. And that gain of 9 was a little rough, and that just shows that they are going to come out fighting. Who was he throwing to on that one? It's now 3rd and 1. I couldn't tell if he was just trying to throw the ball away or what, but either way, come on, someone gotta be in there. Oh, but he fumbled it. Oh, but they got it right back. Either way, though, man, how does that happen? You got 5 guys right there, and no one looks for the ball. And I think the ball came out after he went down anyways. And honestly, we just need to really get some pressure. That's one thing we've been lacking today, and something that we really need to pick up. Because, man, we've gotten into the backfield a couple times, but haven't quite gotten to him. And thankfully, he overthrew his receiver. But he really needs to stick on him much better than that, because he got burnt. That was just a really bad throw. Oh, no. Yeah, we knew that was going to be a screen, but that's okay. He ends up getting out, and now they get it on the 10. So maybe I shouldn't have been so confident in our defense. Either way, though, they got 40 seconds. They have 4 downs. We just need to get in there. Come on, guys. How is he just wide open over there? And thankfully, we take him down in bounds. Let's just get a little bit of pressure. Come on. We can overpower him. Oh, I thought he could have actually picked that. But no, at least he knocks it away, and it's now 3rd and 6. And if we can get the stop here and hold him to a field goal, that is best case scenario. Unless we can force a turnover. But, oh, that almost did happen. But thankfully, we stop them. They're going to have to settle for the field goal, and we're going to go into half with a tie game. Unless we can actually get in there and block it. That's not going to be the case, and they do get the field goal and now the tie. And we really shouldn't be trying anything here, but I'm going to go for the screen. Maybe we can get something? You have got to be kidding me. Bro, what was that? Who were you throwing? First of all, I want to know where he was standing for the screen. He wasn't going with his blockers. He just stood in the middle. What was that? Hey, he shouldn't have been thrown off his back foot either, but at the same time, I don't even know what the hell that was. I legitimately cannot believe that. I really, really can't. And now we may go down before half. And thankfully, we end up stopping them. But man, this is frustrating. This is giving me flashbacks to Season 1, when we still didn't have a quarterback and had to figure it out ourselves anyways. And I think that is actually going to be the final play. I know, it looks like they're going for one more pass here. They're on the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Maybe we can actually waste out the rest of this clock. Or he ends up throwing it out, and they might settle for the field goal right now. Or they're going for it one more time. Why not, I guess? Right? I mean, you basically got this just free down here, and they're going to get some free points off of a really big mistake. We should have just run it and just went into the... Oh, we almost got through there, but nope, that is still going to be a field goal, and now we end up going down by 3. Again, really big mistake by us, but unfortunately, by our own doing, we're going into the locker room down 13-10. I mean, thankfully, we will end up getting the ball back, but at the same time, I don't ever want to play while we're down. We want to make sure that we go out there and we make sure we dominate. And to do that in the second half, we keep running to the outside. We've been dominating with that. We need to just keep going with that. And defensively, I think we're actually going to defend the medium pass here. He hasn't been scrambling too much, so let's just make sure that we protect the pass. I mean, it's not like the game is put away, so I feel like they're going to be passing a little bit too. But we're going to stick to our run because that was what was working, but that was a really bad idea by us, and that's a loss of 2. That's okay. That's only one bad play. Let's keep running to the outside again. Why not? Can we pick up that block? We kind of do, but we only get back up to the 29. Now it's 3rd and 4. But the way Robinson threw that one at the end of the last half, I think we're going to have to run for it here. Let's make sure that we truck them. We don't. We get up to a 4th and 1 on the 32. All right, don't judge me. 4th and 1. Let's just run it with the fullback here. Let's pick up the 1st down. And let's just continue. I know that wasn't the right call, but it's a video game. Come on now. So let's run up the middle, right? Oh no, we did. We had a lane, but no one was moving and opening up the hole. But what can you do? Let's keep running up the middle. Why not? Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. Oh, we actually found it. I thought that he kind of did a little bit of a stutter step and it kind of prevented him from being able to get through there, but he still picked up the first down to midfield. I think at some point soon here, we're going to have to give Sweat a couple more carries because, man, we are really leaning on Mayberry a lot. But obviously it's working. He picks up another 13 yards. And thankfully we're getting closer to the range of scoring. So let's run with Sweat on this one. He finds a hole. He breaks a tackle. And he gets up for 8 yards and we're looking good. He might be frustrated that he didn't get more, but he still picked up quite a bit there. And honestly, that's all we need to be able to get in range of picking up this first down. So let's do this to the outside. We have some pretty good blocks. Doesn't quite get around that guy, but still picks up the first down to the 20. But that's because we didn't stick with the game plan. So let's go to the outside on this one. Let's pick up this first down. We sure do. Dude, he is a monster, man. What the hell? 19 carries, 177 yards already. Absolutely carrying this team. But I think it's time we give the ball to Sweat right up the middle. He's going to be able to barrel through every single one of these guys right here. Watch. Okay, well, maybe he didn't, but still, not too bad when he had a lot of guys converging on him. Now let's try to go out the middle one more time with Sweat. Let's see if we can pick this one up. Yeah, it looks like he ended up getting a hole, and he gets up there, and now we retake the lead. It is going to be 17-13, but let's get this extra point in before... Thank you for sneaking in the upright. But I was going to say, before we end up kicking off here. Again, we're going to have 8 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game, and we do have that 4-point lead. Let's see if we can keep it with our defense. Funny thing is, I think this is the first time their offense has been on the field this half. It's actually kind of funny, and it's not that funny anymore because they ended up picking up a gain of 28 on that one. That might not be the way that we wanted to end the third quarter, but we go into the fourth quarter up 17-13. Let's make sure that we hold them. But it kind of looks like we shouldn't have changed our game plan at all, should we have? Either way, though, let's see if we can stop him here. They're going to go for another run. I was going to say good tackle, but I should not have said that so soon. Really great juke by him, too. Saquon Barkley gets out there for another big gain. All right, we need to stop dicking around here. We can't deal with this anymore. We've only had one good defensive play this, entire game. Oh, that could have been another good one by Chancellor, but no. It's another first down. I was going to say, he could have had another one because that would have been our second interception. But, dude, we haven't even gotten in to sack him yet. It's insane. Ooh, nice play right there. He released it too soon for us to be able to get the sack, though. Now, we've been able to get pressure, but we just can't get to him, though. That's the downside. Oh, no. That's going to be another touchdown for them. Barkley gets to the outside. They had really good blocks out there. And that's going to be his second of the game, and now they go right back up by 3. So now that we're back down, we're putting Mayberry back out there, and we're going to keep running to the outside. We got about 7 minutes to be able to pick up this dub. I think we can do that. Great run by Mayberry there. Picks up the first down. He's knocking on the door at 200. Let's keep this going. He's going to have to get a break at some point here, but I wonder when that's going to end up being. And going backwards on plays like that is not good for us. So let's find a way to find a hole here and get up there. It's now 3rd and 11. I think we're going to have to go for another screen. And I hate to say that after what happened in the third quarter, but we got a better player out there to be able to do this. Let's go. Just get up to the first. It's now 4th and 1. I'm going to run for it again. I don't care. And we're going to try to go with a strong run to the right. Looks like they're clogging up the middle. So let's pick this up right here. Come on now, guys. We can do this. You bet we will. Way to go, Mayberry. No! Get the ball, someone! Thank you. We do get the ball back, but he still fumbled. That is rough. But we still have the ball, and that's the important thing. So let's keep running here. Oh my goodness, dude. He ran into his blocker, and we're going to have to sub him out for Sweat here. I'm sure he's getting pretty tired too anyway, so let's go. Let's run to the outside, pick up our blocks. Let's go. Come on, Sweat. Get around him. Nice. Broken tackle there. Gets up to the 31, and at least we're in field goal range. But let's try to get in the end zone. And that's why I'm always going to love Montez Sweat, even if he ends up getting traded from the Bears. This guy's just been absolutely phenomenal in this entire series. Carried our team in Season 1 and has really found a lot of success here in the backup running back role. He has been phenomenal. So much so that he picks up another first down. We're going to run this down to the 2-minute warning. And with only 2 minutes to go, we need to score. I don't want to go into overtime and kind of rely on our offense for that. I want to make sure that we win this game right here, right now. And we're not going to do that when we pick up nothing. So let's see what we can pick up on this one. Let's run to the outside with him. Keep your blocks. Let's go. Nice broken tackle. Get up there, Sweat. Let's go. And now we got it down on the 3-yard line. I don't know why we called the timeout on that. I swear I did not press timeout. Either way, I would not be upset if we didn't get into the end zone on this one, but it looks like we will. We'll take the lead. I wish we could have let the clock run a little bit more, but our defense really needs to buckle down now. And actually, I see why we ended up calling the timeout. It's because Sweat went down with an injury, but it's okay. Again, let's have our defense go out there and make sure to make a stand. I'm just really hoping that that does not come back to bite us in the ass. We're up by 4, so they need an actual touchdown. Let's make sure we go out there and stop them, please. They have 71 yards to go and a minute and a half to do it. Let's get in there. Let's stop them. Come on, Aaron. Oh, nice. Let's go. He ends up dropping that. I thought that was going to be a first down. Glad we end up getting little gifts like that throughout the game. Now let's get in there and let's sack him. Come on now. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, how do you find him that wide open? Come on, get the ball out. And of course they're going to go into the no huddle. I don't blame them. They need to get into the end zone. They can't settle for a field goal. There we go. Get through. Get through. No, that's going to be a roughing the passer. We f***ed up on that. And that really, really hurts us. But again, they need to get in the end zone. Let's stop them right here. We can't let them come back on this one. There we go. Let's stop him in the flats. Oh, man, he ends up getting out of bounds. Thankfully, it was for a loss of 3, but still, I wanted to have the clock roll a little bit more. There we go. Really bad pass by Boyce, and now it's 3rd and 13. Let's hold them. Either way, we're going to have to probably hold them twice here. So let's get in there. Let's get the sack. Come on. We've been getting pretty decent pressure. Damn, he ended up picking that up. Get him down. Come on, guys. We can't let them get the win here. No way we can go down to the Giants. Come on, guys. Let's take them down. Get in there. Get some pressure. Thank you, but not enough. Nice tackle. No, take him down. That is super rough, but they did waste their second timeout. So let's make sure we get in there. Come on now. Oh, almost there. Oh, that was thankfully way out of his range. 2nd and goal. Dude, my heart is just pumping right now. Let's get in there. Come on, guys. No way you're going to... Come on. That was a really strange play. I'm not going to lie. Either way, 3rd and goal. Get in there. There we go. Yes! That is a game-sealing... No, stay in the end zone. Stay in the end zone. Stay in the end zone. Go down. Holy cow. Chancellor gets in there for the game-sealing interception. I was worried because I thought that we had actually taken down Boyce, but doesn't matter. We didn't get the flag. Bad throw, and thankfully Chancellor was just right in front of him, and that is going to be the game. Holy sh! I can't believe that. And now all we have to do is kneel, and let's take this game. Let's go back to San Diego. And, oh my gosh, let's just hope we can take down the Commanders next week. And as I try to catch my breath and hope that I don't have a heart attack, we end up winning this one 24-20. Thankfully, Chancellor sealed the game on that interception there at the end, but man, we were in some deep trouble. But thankfully, not having a quarterback didn't hurt us in this one, and we advanced to 5-2. And despite the fact that we didn't get in to actually sack him at all today, Boyce still threw 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, 215 yards though, at a 58% completion percentage, which is less than Dominique Robinson. Granted, he only threw 3 passes and they were pretty much all screens, but he had 14 yards on that, did have the 1 interception, which thankfully didn't come back to bite us in the end, but still was a little rough. But Mayberry, almost 200 yards on that one, 25 carries, 195, 2 touchdowns, had the 1 fumble, but thankfully we ended up recovering it again. Sweat came in and just really kind of helped us out a bit. 12 carries, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. Thankfully, that injury isn't going to extend into next week. It was just pretty much for this game. Barkley did get out for 7 for 62 with 2 touchdowns. So surprised they didn't lean on him a little bit more. Dyson got up there with 10 yards, and I knew a couple of those were a little ballsy, but thankfully it ended up paying off in the end. And Stallworth only had that 1 carry, but for 28 yards to kind of start the half. Now let me just kind of go through our receivers. Mayberry had 2 for 14. Now let's go through the Giants receivers. Daniel Bellinger, man, he was a monster. Someone that I didn't even point out at the beginning of the game, but 7 for 98, almost that 100-yard game. Barkley got out there for 31, and then Wan'Dale Robinson, 3 for 45. Shaheed, 2 for 29. And then Stallworth, 1 for 4. And Zach Kuntz, yes, I did pronounce his last name, and yes, I did edit that out. But 1 for 8 as well. And I did say we had to worry about their defense, and I was right, man. They got in there for 7 TFLs. Thankfully, no sacks, but that's really because we didn't really pass it all. And of course, the 1 interception. But us, on the other hand, we only had 1 TFL, 0 sacks. That was a little rough. You know, we said that we were going to really turn the pressure up in this one, and that was our goal for the game. But it really wasn't our pass rush. It was our secondary. John Tuck started off the game with that one interception, which led us to be able to score first, and then Chancellor sealed the game with that last interception at the end, and we ended up going away with the victory. Did have that one forced fumble. Unfortunately, we couldn't recover it, but again, in the end, we ended up winning 24-20, and that is a victory in my book, as it will be in the record books as well. But again, we're going to go over this. I know we didn't end up achieving our goal of getting 2 sacks, but at the same time, though, still ended up picking up the win. And really, realistically, that's what matters in the very end. I know we're not going to get any real benefit from this, despite the fact that we all do get 1,000 XP, which is still really nice. We don't get that extra bonus. But again, we got the win, and that's what really matters. And now as we look ahead to next week, we're going to be taking on the Commanders. Now, I don't necessarily think this is going to be a difficult game, but it's not going to be easy either. They're an 83 overall. Jonathan Allen is leading their defense. He has 3 sacks, 5 TFLs already, but they are 4-3. Thankfully, we do come home to San Diego for this one, but it is our last week without a quarterback. So hopefully we can really go out there, focus on our running attack again, and come away with another victory, and hopefully our defense can hold them better than they did New York. Either way, though, looking down at the AFC West, looks like we're in a logjam with the Chiefs and the Raiders this year. Chargers dropped down to 3-5, but all of us do have 5 wins. Thankfully, we do have 1 less loss, but that's because we already had our bye week. So I guess technically we're in the lead in the AFC West, but we just need to make sure that we go out there, get a couple more wins. This next week is going to be pivotal to be able to stay atop the AFC West. And then, of course, the next week we're going to be facing the Chiefs. That's going to be a really tough challenge, and if we end up beating them, we're going to definitely solidify ourselves at the top of the AFC West. But really, we've only had 1 divisional game this season, and that was against the Chargers. So we still have 5 more this season in pretty much the last 8 weeks. So let's go out there. Let's make sure next week we take on the Commanders. We win all of our non-divisional games so that we have a little less pressure when we face Kansas City, the Raiders, and everything like that. But either way, really great game this week. We have 1 more week without a quarterback, but I think we can survive. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one against the Commanders.